What's up, squad? It's your favorite Auntie with Uncle Tendencies. Welcome back to Cess Talks Sports. Shout out to all my loyal fam tuning in again. And if you're new, welcome. I need for you to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss a drop. And I need everybody to like, comment, and share this video so I know you pulled up. Today, we're going to dive into Brionna Jones, her 2025 season with the Atlanta Dream. And we're talking about that because I've been looking around at the bigs, y'all, and I feel like she's having a great season, but she's really underrated, right? She may be the most underrated big this season. I think she's having a season that flips the script on everything we think we know about comebacks and efficiency and how we measure that true impact in the WNBA. So let's talk about it. The easy narrative, of course, is people calling this a breakout year. But I think that's a lazy analysis. I think she's been elite. What we're seeing now isn't a breakout. It's the culmination of resilience, the mastery of her adaptation, and the story of how one player can literally change the ceiling of a franchise. We're going to unpack this piece by piece. So we're going to go back to her Maryland days, all the way up to her injury in 2023, from her stats in Connecticut to how she's fitting in Atlanta. And we're going to break down the advanced numbers, compare her to some of the other front court elites like A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Napisa Collier, and put her offensive rebounding into historical context. I'm going to be real. By the end of this deep dive, you're not going to just see Brionna Jones as underrated. You're going to see her as one of the most indispensable players on the Atlanta Dream roster. So let's start by cutting through the noise. Folks always want to slap this breakout on player seasons. And here they come with a breakout on Brionna Jones' 2025 season. But the truth is she's not breaking out. She's holding steady at elite. 2025 averages, look, 12.6 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.1 steal, almost 1 block in 27.3 minutes. Those are not career highs. I ain't going to hold you. In fact, they almost just a little bit below her 2023 pace where she was putting up 15.9 and 8.2. That was right before the injury. But the nuance here is the numbers without context can mislead. See, the difference this year is efficiency and impact. She's shooting 52.4% from the field and has a 58.4% true shooting percentage, which means she's scoring with precision, maximizing touches. Her PER of 21.6 matches her best seasons in Connecticut, so nothing's fell off from the injury. This is where I check in with y'all. Y'all got to let me know. Does this sound like a breakout to y'all, or does this sound like consistency at an elite level? Y'all drop y'all thoughts, because for me, this is about redefining the story. Bree didn't reinvent herself. She's reminding us of exactly who she is. So you can't appreciate Atlanta without knowing the grind. Okay, so let's go back to Maryland. She was a two-time All-American, nation's leader in field goal percentage in back-to-back seasons. Her efficiency wasn't new in the WNBA. She came in here polished like that. She got drafted 8th overall in 2017 by Connecticut. The first few years, listen, development. We saw it. Playing behind Jonquel Jones, she was learning, she was adjusting. And then in the Wubble 2020, she stepped into a starting role and she showed some flashes. 2021, that's where she really stepped up. We got that most improved player. She averaged 14.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and she shot 57% from the floor. She also got her first All-Star nod there. 2022, she shifted roles. She went from starter to coming off the bench in 29 to 36 games. She still averaged 13.8 and 5.1 and won 6th Player of the Year. Now, that's back-to-back seasons with two completely different roles and two different awards. Think about that. How many players in league history have proven they can dominate as a starter and as a spark off the bench? That versatility sets the stage for what we're seeing in Atlanta right now. In 2023, she was en route to her peak. 15.9 points, 8.2 rebounds, 1.8 steals, but only 13 games. Season ended with the Achilles, and everything changed. Now let's sit with the injury for a second. Achilles ruptures don't play fair. A 2021 AJSM study on WNBA players found nearly 24% never return from an Achilles injury. But those that do come back, 41% of them usually don't last more than a year. And the ones who do stick around, their minutes are down, efficiency's down, PER down 2.53 points within 2 years. Some examples of players who were able to overcome that: Breanna Stewart worked back to MVP level, but even she described it as a grind. Kelsey Plum came back and reinvented her scoring game. Jocelyn Willoughby talked about celebrating small victories in rehab. That's the landscape, okay? That's who's out there. Now we got Bree Jones coming back in 2025. She's averaging 27.3 minutes, 21.6 PER, and that's identical to her 2021-2023 levels. She's defied the decline curve. Statistically erased the injury footprint. So let's pause, because how many athletes in league history can you point to and say they came back from Achilles at their absolute peak, or exactly kind of where they left off? She's one of the very few, and that's what makes this season not just another season. It's a redefining season. Now, let's slow walk the numbers. I told y'all before, 12.6 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists. Solid. But when we look at that closer, she's shooting 52.4% from the floor, and she has a true shooting percentage of 58.4. Her PER is 21.6, and then this is where she really starts to dominate. Offensive rebounds, she's got 108 total, league leader. Offensive rebounds, she's got 10.6%, top 3 in the WNBA. So where it pops out is when she's on the court. If you look at Atlanta's offensive rating, it's 110.8. Defensive rating, 102.5 when she's on the floor. She's got a net plus 8.3. When she sit down, that offensive rating dropped to 103.4. Net rating down a point plus 4.8. That's a 7.4 swing. See, the offensive rebound rate with her equals 29.3%. Without her, it's 19.4%. That's a 10% leap just from her presence. That's not a role player. That's system-changing gravity. She moved the crowd. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's put her impact in the team context. Atlanta in 2024, they wasn't touching contender conversations, okay? We was talking about them about maybe they will, maybe they might. Can they get in the playoffs? Yeah, but it didn't look that good. They got there. It didn't work out, right? Home quickly as they got there. But in 2025, they got a 24-13 record, first in the East. And I'm not saying that this is all because of Brionna Jones, but she's a big part of why this is happening. Team numbers right now, offense 108.5, defense 100.8, net plus 7.7, second best in the league. Bree's individual offensive rating is 117, defensive rating 99. That's elite two-way efficiency. By the numbers, the eye test, you'll see why I'm so high on her. Sharing space with Brittany Griner has worked, y'all. Instead of colliding, hey, it's compliment. Carl Smesco's system, I didn't see it working, but here it is. Pace and spacing, opening up the floor. Bree has adjusted her usage down to 20.9%. So it's less ball, but more impact. She doesn't need 30% usage like other players. She does make her teammates better by cleaning the glass and finishing possessions and opening up lanes. That's the basketball IQ at the highest level that's allowing her to have this type of impact with Atlanta. Now let's stack her up against the best. We know what Asia's doing in B4. 23.2 points, 10.2 rebounds. Her PER is 33.0. Brianna Stewart, 18.3 points, 6.5 rebounds, been in and out with some injuries. Nafisa Collier, 23.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, a true shooting percentage of 63.8%. Brionna Jones, 12.6 points, 7.2 rebounds, 21.6 PER, and a 12.9% offensive rebounding. Her scoring volume is lower, but her efficiency right there with Wilson. Her offensive rebounding ahead of everybody. See, here's the truth. She's not flashy. She's not the face of a franchise, but her fundamentals, her footwork, her relentlessness, those are the building blocks of her success. She's already won a most improved player in 2021. And tradition says you don't win it twice, right? Only Leilani Mitchell has done that. But what's more improved than overcoming the expected decline of an Achilles rupture? History said her career should have dropped off. Instead, she came back at peak efficiency on a new team in a new role, adding new skills. Now, don't get me wrong. Unalicia 3, Alicia Gray is currently the front runner in my mind for most improved player and in the conversation for most valuable player, with career highs across the board. But Brionna Jones' case is unconventional and it's historic. So here's where we land. Brionna Jones' 2025 season, listen, it's not breakout, it's a coronation. She's the WNBA's most dominant offensive rebounder. She has erased the statistical impact of an Achilles tear, and she's transformed the Atlanta Dream into a contender. And she has shown the league that efficiency and intelligence can be just as valuable as volume and flash. So don't let the quiet footwork fool you. Don't let the lack of highlight dunks trick you. Brionna Jones is one of the most indispensable bigs in the league today. That's not an opinion. That's a data-driven fact. All right, fam. Make sure you drop a comment with your thoughts on Brionna Jones' 2025 season. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and share this video with somebody who loves women's hoops. Catch y'all next time on Cess Talks Sports, where we're always bringing you the latest on the rising stars and legends in the making. Keep hooping. Stay tuned. Talk soon. I'm out.